Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy X Let's Play. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we just went and battled out with the L-Bed robot known as the Obliterator, which I want to say that was a fairly easy battle. It wasn't really all that too hard. All that you really do need to do within that battle is just to make sure that you go and power on with the crane, and from there you should be able to go and use it, and you could be able to do a lot of damage just to that robot alone, and then hopefully try to get that overkill by using Titus or any one of your other type of characters that are out on the field as well too for that. And now, however, there was a special type item that I did need to go and pick up, which I actually did go and do, and you guys will be seeing that item within the battle that is going to happen a little bit later on after our little Blitzball game that is going to happen within here. This is going to be our very first actual Blitzball game, to be exact, and I just want to go and literally say that here within this episode is that I am not a Blitzball guy at all. I have never actually played the Blitzball type of battling before within this game, because if you guys don't know, I did actually stop around within my time of the whole Kalika Island situation that was going on from that particular type of spot, right? So that's the only thing that I only know about so far within that game of Final Fantasy X. But however, this is a Blitzball battle that we're going to go through, and hopefully everything goes accordingly to plan. I want to say that unfortunately I don't get the special item that I do want, so I will have to go and retry it again just to make sure that I do go and pick it up. It's actually known as the Strength Sphere. If you guys want to know what the special award is that if you do go and battle out with the Goers and you do actually get yourself with the victory out of all things, you will be able to get that special reward, and you can use that on any of your characters to boost up your strength upgrades from there. Now, however, the one thing that really ticks me off here within this Blitzball game is that since I wasn't really doing as well as I should be, the one thing that I was struggling out the most was trying to pass the ball to Prox, because if you keep on passing the ball over to Titus, I want to say, within the character, for that main character that's happening, we can actually be able to learn the jet shot from there to go and use the move that we want. Because if you guys remember, we got that jet shot a little bit of a few episodes ago, and I want to go and finally put a test, but I can't do it. It's so annoying. I can't even use the signature move yet, because if I use that signature move, we can get a one-shot point right there for us to go and win, and do that within the second part of the actual game instead of us having to wait until halftime. Now, I'll get into some more details about how this whole Blitzball battle is going to work, because every game that you go through and every time that you go and pass around to most of your different players, you will get level ups for those guys that are going to happen, and later on within those type of level ups, you can actually get specialized moves for your guys that will be able to go and use within the game that's going to happen throughout here. And now you won't be able to see too many type of shots that I'll be trying to go through out here, because unfortunately didn't do as well as I should be.
Supposed to see that.
Oh yeah, we kind of saw what happened with Waka a little bit, right? Like during the time of the game that was going on during what was happening with the Obliterator. Seems like Waka's kind of getting himself a little bit tired out there.
Gave it your all, didn't you?
Well, hopefully everything's going to be okay. Now, Waka did say that he was going to be retiring after this type of match. Now, I'm not really too entirely certain if he is ever going to come back into some of these different games later on, because I know that there's going to be probably plenty of more other times that we're going to have to go and do more of these Blitzball type of stuff that's going to happen. But, I don't know if I already went and said this. There's also Nino Kuni as well too within the two videos for our time. We are going to the Tombstone Trail and also meeting up with Marcason, a very young Marcason out of everything within our time, and also with Gascon as well. I want to say the two brothers for what's going to happen within our time of Hamlin, because we need to go and rescue out with those guys there.
Our legendary Luca Goers going against the horrendously ill-fated.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence there, Mr. Announcer, man. The ill-fated, horrendous, well, what are we known as? The Aru. I can't even remember what the actual name of our team is going to be. But there's Orin out of all things. That at least that's something that I can't even go and remind myself. Yeah, I think they're known as the Aurochs, right? Well, hopefully the Aurochs will do at least something right here. we're going to see our, you guys are going to see my very first attempt out here with an actual Blitzball game, so let's do it. Okay, here we are. Let the games finally begin. Yeah, these guys look pretty tough, huh? And they're just laughing at us, right? Because they know that we're going to probably fail out here. Well, how about some showmanship, huh? Oh, well, that seems pretty nice. Whoa! Hey! That should be a foul right there. Man's trying to literally punch us out right at the very beginning, huh? Well, just you wait, man. I'm going to make sure that there's going to be some kicks all the way around. Okay, so let's go and get ourselves started into how this Blitzball game is going to work. So first of all, if you press on the triangle button, you can actually move around with some of your different guys, and you can actually direct them onto what type of style that you want to go and do. I believe there's one thing known as like normal, there's mark mode, right side, left side. Not really too familiar around with anything about with all this type of formations and stuff. I normally just kind of leave it normal anyways, or mark mode. Not really too familiar on which one is the better type of choice, but again, you guys could always let me know within our time for what the series is all about to get me more involved with how Blitzball works, because just unfortunately, just for me, is that this is like still something of something new that I still have to like try to get myself to remind myself with. But our goalie is going to be doing surprisingly really well throughout like some of these different games here. Now, we are going to be running into the halftime margin here, and this is something that you do actually want to go and do, because you actually want to hold on to the ball during this halftime, which that is something that I did do correctly, which that was nice, but I still do not get myself a point though, however. Now, normally, I'm supposed to be trying to level up with Prox, but unfortunately, I do not have any level ups. If I was at level 3, I would be able to go and learn my jet shot right away. Now, unfortunately, I can't even do that, and I can't even get my move right away. So I'll have to go and retry that off recording and do that for a second attempt later on. So that's our type of main objective from Waka, is just shoot the ball like crazy, I guess. Alright, well, let's do it. Alright, this is second game. Let's do it from here. Let's try it out. Or the second round, I should say. Maybe not second game, but... Now, make sure that you always go and check on the different HPs and other things that you guys do have, because the amount of times that you go and throw or even pass or do anything, it'll start like decreasing later on. And at some point, some of your players are going to be able to fumble the ball, and the whatever type of opposing team is going to have the upper hand later. So we're going to try to pass it over here to Prox, and hopefully we can at least do something right. Yeah, just try to run away from these guys as best as you can, and then just go for the kick. Now, I would probably just say, like, at least just try to manage up on getting all the way to the goalie, and you should be there. Unfortunately for me, I just couldn't ever go all the way up to the goalie, because unfortunately these annoying goers, man, they just are just everywhere. But hey, at least I was able to kind of like be a little bit defensive, like on my defensive side. I was actually doing somewhat okay defensively, not offensively, but defensively I was okay. But here we go. He's going to do another kick, and look at that. My goalie is doing well. I wish I was able to have a goalie that was good as this in my Super Mario Strikers game. Because every time that me and Kevin, whenever we go and play Mario Strikers, unfortunately, my goalie always sucks. And I wish this guy was my goalie out here. Yeah, and unfortunately, we have to go and try to break. Now, there's gonna be some times where you may possibly don't want to break, and you may probably just want to go and just try to pass or shoot or whatever. But it all depends on RNG. Unfortunately, I can't really go and literally describe on anything else. It's just that everything just has to be all RNG here. Sometimes the goers can go and literally get an upper hand and knock you out, and then they can take the ball, or you can probably just go and kick it and see what happens. All just depends on what type of playstyle you're going to go and do first. Now, it looks like what's going to happen here is that we're going to go off to the benches, and we're going to let Waka kind of go and deal with the next phase that's going to happen. Now, not to worry, we are going to be playing as Waka around within this Blitzball game. and we'll be able to continue onwards within everything that's going to happen from here. Now, I did go and do a lot of editing throughout all these different games just so that it won't like take you guys like too long and see me have to struggle throughout like everything that was going on throughout this.
Everyone seems to be calling for Waka.
All right, well, we need some action. And you know what? We're going to go and put Titus off to the bench. So, sorry, Prox. You're going to have to get put off to the bench for now. But we're just going to go and just swim on away. Just pretend that nothing ever even is going to happen. Now, I just heard that apparently there is a randomizer for Bloodborne, and I'm very curious to see what that randomizer is all about. And I know that I have went and played Bloodborne on my Twitch channel, and I'm just curious if you guys are interested on watching me do a randomizer on Bloodborne. From what I've heard is that it's a little bit complicated to like set it up because you actually have to use an actual physical disc, and then you actually kind of have to like change out some stuff that's actually within the disc itself so that you won't like try to brick the actual disc that happens. So that could be a little bit dangerous, but if you guys want me to go and do a randomizer on that, let me know, because I think that would be really insane. Because like all the creatures, sometimes those creatures could actually be the bosses of the actual area, and you could just run into them, and it's pretty crazy. But hey, there's Waka, and let us go and do it. Now, I just heard that Deal or No Deal is actually back on TV now. I don't know if you guys ever watched Deal or No Deal before, back in the heyday around, like, I want to say, like, what was it, like 2009, maybe 2010 or so, or 2011? Like Deal or No Deal back in those days was like really nice. It was a really good show for what the time was. And then I believe it went and stopped for a little bit because I want to say that Howie went and did like America's Got Talent and stuff, and then afterwards I think they actually brought Deal or No Deal back in like 2018, and I think till 2020 or 2021 or so, and I think that was like all about like within Universal Studios, and they actually kind of stopped it from there. But now it's coming back again, and that's gonna be really cool. And it's gonna be like on like some sort of like, I guess, a little bit of like a Survivor type of island or something that's happening. I'm not really too attached, so I'll have to go and watch the first episode. I have it like already like DVR'd, and I'm pretty excited to see what that's all about. But I want to say, well, normally for what this day is that today is on Monday, and normally I always go and watch all my TV shows that are happening from here, because I do have Monday Night Raw. I do have to watch the continuation of what is happening after the Elimination Chamber, because it is Road to WrestleMania at this point in time, and I'm kind of curious to see what these last few weeks are going to be before April's going to like run around the corner, and see what that's going to be all about when that time happens. Now, we do have the thing known as a Venom shot, and we're going to see how well that's going to work. Oh, and dodge. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's the annoying thing, is that like if you're a little bit too far away, unfortunately, the annoying thing is that they're gonna try and capture out the ball after. Now we are in overtime now. This is gonna be our very first actual overtime battle, so anything could possibly happen. It's all now or never. One shot that happens, and whoever wins wins. Now this is where you get to go and choose your positions, and just choose out whoever that you want to go for. Just it doesn't really matter. For me, I was just like trying to figure out like who is the best guy or whatever, and I'm not really too attached on who's good or who's not. So just throw anybody into any of the spots there. Unfortunately, there is no procs, so we can't go and use Titus at all there. And yep, and we do have the Venom shot there. Okay, and we are done, and I think we can go and move onwards, right? So let's do that. Oh boy, it's Blitzball time. Let's do it again. This is overtime here. Let's go and kick some butt, huh? Okay, so just like that, let's go and put all these guys here. And unfortunately, we missed. Now, I want to say dribble, another type of pass move, is somewhat relatively handy in some situations. And if you can go and dribble, it will actually, you can actually dodge around on some of the different opposing team that's happened. Now, there is a little bit of a trick that I have heard, is that if you actually stand behind your own goalie and you actually wait for like around like 30 seconds or so within like the last minute or so within the actual time before the actual game flips over to like the next type of period or whatever that happens, or like the next turn that happens within the actual game that goes on from there, you can actually hold on the ball for when that ending of that part happens, and then you can actually keep the ball, I think, like within the next game that happens after or something, just to help you out. I don't know if that's like something where like it makes you like keep your turn within the game that happens from there or something. I don't know. But yeah, we're not gonna go and save the game just yet because I have to restart everything that happens. But yeah, unfortunately, the Goers got another win. Now, mind you, nothing is going to be really affected here within this because, again, this is our very first actual, like, Blitzball game. So, I don't think really anything's going to be, like, too insanely crazy from there, but hey, it looks like we're going to go in and meet up with Waka, and this man's, like, literally just chilling in the water. I know that he had, like, some sort of problems that we've been seeing so far, but hopefully he's alright. Oh, and there he goes. He's already alright. He already gave up the thumbs up, though. Oh, and oh boy. Yep, and this is where that lightning steel, that sword that I had to go and pick up from that obliterator, is going to finally come in handy after all this time. So we're going to go and make sure that we go and set this up here. Now, you can go and stop for some cheering if you want to, kind of get yourself with some extra boost of attack or whatnot. Now, mind you, I don't think we're going to be able to get overkills right away. Not every single one. Now, there's a lot of battles that happen within these water, with some of these different water creatures. So, I'm going to edit out, like, on most of these type of battles anyways. Oh, there's already an overkill right there. Going to use the scout right there. Very nice. And after a little bit of some editing here, I think we should be able to just cut on through most of this. And this is going to be the last guy that we do need. Yeah, there's at least going to be like around 10 or so amount of those type of guys that are going to be popping up everything. But I think for right now, I think this is a good enough time for me to go just end off with the episode for today. So thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. And of course, peace.